السنة الثانية لغات second year foreign language class. Hello everybody, I hope that you are all right and that we can meet soon. Yeah, so let's start. We stopped at unit 5 that is named News and Tales. We have already discussed the meaning of the unit and we said that you know what's the meaning of news, and tales is synonym. We said that it's a synonym of stories. So as you know that we always start the unit by reading. Unfortunately we can't read the text, but here you have a map. The map is about, you can see the map is about tsunami. We have a map of tsunami, and here you have a text that is named Tsunami in the News. Here you have information about the earthquake, when it happened, what were the results of the earthquake, etc. You can read the text and you try to answer the questions that you have here. The text is not difficult. Okay, let's move to the most important part, that's grammar. Here you have grammar. It's about the present, it's about the past simple and the past perfect. Let's do short revision about the past simple and the past perfect. So let's start by the past simple. We know that the rule for the past simple, we have regular verbs and we have irregular verbs. So for regular verbs, the rule is the verb plus ed, like play, played. Okay, irregular ones, we have a change. I mean that there is a list, like the verb to write. The past simple is wrote. So here the verb is changed. Okay, it's clear for the past simple. Let's move to the past perfect. For the past perfect, the rule is the auxiliary to have in the past, that is had. We use had here with all personal pronouns. I mean I, you, he, she, it, we, they. We use had with all of them. So you have had plus the past participle of the verb. Had plus the past participle of the verb. What is the past participle of the verb? For the past participle of the verb, here we have also two parts. You have regular verbs and you have irregular ones. For regular verbs, the past participle is the same as the past simple. So the past participle here, you have for regular verbs, you have verb plus ed. For irregular ones, there is a change. I mean that there is a list. I'm going to give you an example. For the verb play, the past is played. Here it's a regular verb. Just we add ed to the verb. Like listen, listened. For irregular ones, the verb to speak, the past is spoke. The past participle is spoken. Here there is a change. To write, the past simple is wrote. The past participle is written. The past participle is written. So, example, I had played football. Here the example is for regular verb. For irregular one, I had written my homework. I had written my homework. So here you have an example with regular verbs and irregular ones. So the past participle here is played. The full form of the past simple is had plus the past participle of the verb. That I mean had. The past perfect is used to refer to events that happened before other events in the past. I mean that you have here two events that happened in the past, but one is before the other one. Two events that happened in the past, but you have one is before the next one. Let's see the examples that we have to understand more. So let's see the examples. Here you have, of course, you have the title of the unit, that is News and Tales. You have the sequence, Discover Language. You have After Reading. Let's keep the title at the end. You know that I want you to keep the title at the end. As an example, you have the first one. The thief had disappeared when the police arrived. The thief had disappeared when the police arrived. The second one, we arrived after the accident had happened. We arrived after the accident had happened. So in these sentences, or in these two sentences, they are complex sentences because they consist of two simple sentences. The first one, you have the thief had arrived. This is the first part. The second sentence, or the second part, is the police arrived. So here we have a complex sentence. Let's speak about the tense of the verb of this sentence. So the first one, you have the thief had disappeared. Here, as you see that had disappeared is the past perfect. We have had in the past simple plus the past participle of the verb. So had disappeared. Then you have the expression when. For the second sentence, the police arrived. Arrived, this is the verb, it's in the past simple. The second sentence, we arrived after the police had, or after the accident, had happened. So we arrived, the first part, the verb is arrived, it's in the past simple. You have the expression after. And for the second part, the accident had happened, you have had happened. It's also the past perfect. Let's start. Why did we use here? Why did we start by the thief had disappeared? Why did we start by had disappeared? That's the past simple. So we have had disappeared, past simple, plus when, plus the past simple, plus the past simple. Let's say, why did we start by the past perfect, then we use when, then we use the past simple? What do you think? Which action happened firstly? Which one was the first? Was that the thief had disappeared or the police arrived? So, I think that you get the answer. That is, the thief had arrived. This is the first action that happened. The second one, the police arrived. All these actions happened in the past, but the first one that happened is that the thief had disappeared. The second action is that the police arrived, because when the police arrived, they didn't find the thief. Okay? For the second one, we arrived after the accident had happened. We arrived after the accident had happened. Also here, what do you think? We arrived, then the accident happened, or the accident happened, then we arrived. So I thought that you get the answer. That is, we arrived, yeah, after the accident happened. So the accident happened, then we arrived. So we arrived after the accident. Do you think that we can say, or can we start the sentence by the police arrived when the thief had disappeared? Or can we say the accident had happened after we arrived? I think that your answer is going to be no, because all the events that happened in the past must be in reorder, in a good reorder, because one thing is happened, then suddenly the second one is going to happen. So here you have in the first sentence you have the expression when, in the second one you have after. We have other ones like you have when, before, and you have since. If you find these expressions in sentence, we mean that you are going to start the sentence by using the past perfect plus one of these expressions, I mean when, before, or since, plus the use of the past simple. Okay? For the other one, you have until and you have after. If you find until or after in sentence, we mean that you are going to start the sentence by using the past simple plus the expression, of course, that you have until or after, plus the use of the past perfect. So the title of this lesson is the past simple and the past perfect. The way of questions or the way of activities that you can find about this lesson is like the one that you have in your book. Look, you have a practice page 102. You have activity 1. Okay, you have verbs between brackets, and they asked you to put the verbs between brackets into the correct forms. Here you have they guided you that you are going to put either the past perfect or the past simple. Please try to do this activity. You check the expression that you have, like until, after, when, before, since, etc., and you try to apply the rule that you have. We said that when you find when before since in sentence, you have to start by the past perfect plus the expression plus the past simple. If you have the expressions until or after, you have to start by the past simple plus these expressions plus the past perfect. So please try to do this activity, okay, to check your understanding, and I hope that everything is going to be clear for you. That's all for today. Thank you very much for your nice attention. Take care of yourselves. Please keep it in good health, and goodbye.